I hope you guys are having a good week.
Yeah.
Equally
It's almost the
laughing.
weekend for me.
Well,
So
well,
that's good.
well, well.
Yeah.
I can say it's been interesting so far.
Right.
It's good and bad. So.
Yeah. Tim says you can tell the story I posted. I'm gonna let you take care of that at a later date. We'll get into it. I tell you what, I'll save it for when we get into that part of the show. But anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and get started for tonight. You know, our first subject always is a pop culture update. Let you know what's going on in the world of pop culture and the strike and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and check in on that. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick and get that going. Get the right article up and everything. I know dead air, but you know,
What
hey,
dead air? I don't
yeah,
know about
dead air.
that.
Don't know what that is, right?
While you're
I
pulling that
don't
up,
know what that
one thing
is.
that I was wondering about is the FKHC 2005. Just curious about the name origin there.
Yeah, what is the name origin? I've always wondered that myself. John, do you know that story?
That's his team. I guess the year.
That's in the UK, I think.
Okay, I got you.
Okay,
They're not in the. They're not in the.
we just call him Tim. That's all I know.
They're
So we
not
call
in
him Tim.
the
Yeah.
one league.
Yeah.
I don't think they're in the league that Manchester United's in.
The
All
Premier
right.
League.
What's
Yeah.
up, Christian? Good to see you. He says, "Hey, Joe and Jed."
Hey, man, what's
Clay
up,
says,
Christian?
"I'll save you some trouble. Here's the update. Nobody cares. Absolutely. We don't have too much in this tonight, but I wanted to hit a few headlines here. Hollywood on tenterhooks. Imminent deal looks dim as SAG-AFTRA continues to study latest studio offer. Now, if you don't know, the studios made a final offer here just recently. I guess the motion picture and television producers have put their foot down and said, "This is it. This is our last offer." And so these guys are still going over it. And this was the end of last week. They did this, wasn't it, guys?
Yep.
Yeah,
and
it was.
so they're still going over it. So I guess they're going to drag their feet and be out of a job a little bit longer. Let's see. Tim says FK means Fairfax Kangaroos Hockey Club. It's my ice hockey team I started. It's now the North Fairfax Kangaroos.
Cool.
Yeah. 2005 is the year it was founded.
I was thinking the K was kangaroo, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, Iron. Hell no.
Ironcaster, the real question that should be asked of the panel: do you think Film Actors Guild strike will be wrapped up before Thanksgiving? I do. I think it will be over before Thanksgiving. I think
it's going to go until the first of the year.
And by the way, Ironcaster, if you're still in that thread, you've got the link. You can come in.
Yeah, dude, I was just about to say that. Iron, you can come over.
You are always welcome in here.
You are
of course, a
more
lot of
than
these
welcome.
guys are eating dinner right now. That's why
Yeah.
they're typing me. That's what I always hear from guys.
Yeah.
But Iron,
if you
the
can't
link's in
find
the
it,
thread
yeah.
for the show. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you're still in the thread. If you're not, I'll send it to you on X. Just let me know if you want to get in.
Or
here.
I can send it to him because I got him on everything.
Well, he should be in the thread.
Yeah.
He'll let us know. Anyway, I think it'll be over with before Thanksgiving.
Oh, hell no.
I think they're ready to get back to work.
I
It's
agree
on
with
them.
John.
It's on
I agree with John.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with John.
What did John say? I'm sorry, I was in the middle of reading stuff. What did you say, John?
I don't think they're coming back till after the first of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Why do you say that?
Because what's going to happen is they're going to counter, say, well, we like this except for this, this, and this. And the studios are going to go, okay, so we're in an impasse.
We'll sit out. Yeah. It's on them. Like I said, it's on them. And I think they want to get back to work. But then again, people be lazy and the holidays are coming up. They might, want to be out. I don't know. I really don't know. What kills me is every week we talk about this. We keep seeing pictures of these television and movie actors, the marquee name guys, walking around with these actors like they're being affected by it. These guys got more money than they know what to do with. It's the guys that in the background of every fucking show that are paying the price for it. I mean, my daughter, God love her, she called me not too long ago and was just totally upset. She's been out of work for 4 months because of the production stoppages.
Yeah.
And just upset about it, man. And that's who's getting hurt. It's the people that work behind the scenes. It's the people that have regular jobs that friggin' are getting hurt by it.
When they show those movie credits and you see like 300 names on there,
that's who's getting hurt by it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All those names.
Where's their representation?
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah. File a lawsuit against these guys for lost wages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I wonder if they've even thought of doing that.
Well, and they have tried, George Clooney, he pulled together several high profile actors and they tried to come up with some sort of deal, but apparently it did not fit in with like the union parameters, or there was some sort of stipulation about how, they couldn't negotiate it the way they negotiated it. Basically, a lot of red tape that prevented them from getting something done a couple weeks ago. And I do remember hearing that, if they thought that if it wasn't done by the end of October, that there was some urgency there because it was expected that it may not be done until early next year if it didn't happen within the end of October, basically. So it could be in for a long ride.
Winter for these guys. Yeah, no doubt. And I don't have a graphic for this, but John and I were both listening to the Disney's earnings call earlier on Valiant Renegade's channel, and they're not getting a dividend again.
Nope.
And they had a bunch of softball questions for Iger on the call.
That's because they're paid off to do that.
Yeah, I know that. It's just
what's your favorite ice cream?
Yeah.
Right.
After
Pretty much is what they were asking. I here's what I find interesting. They're turning to gambling. Did you catch that part, John?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
opening up ESPN Bet next week. I mean, they said it as like an afterthought. Valiant Renegade jumped all over it, and I was like,
"Oh yeah,
wow,
he
unbelievable,
would,
man!
He will call that shit out in an instant."
They're turning to gambling. They're gonna go with a gambling setup. And I've been saying it for years. I stopped watching ESPN when all they cared about was fucking point spreads and shit.
Yeah,
I mean, who's the bald guy that has the nighttime show on there?
I don't watch ESPN no more.
Well, I'm just saying, you see him after every Monday night game. He's on the end of it.
Yeah, Scott Van Pelt.
Scott Van Pelt. Yeah. He has an entire segment called Bad Beats where teams fuck up the point spread.
With another bald guy named Stanford Steve.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
This is a completely gambling-driven segment on the show, and a lot of their stuff is that way now. That's why I quit watching it. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of shows on ESPN. I just turned the channel when they start doing the DraftKings stuff and FanDuel and handle all over fucking Twitter. It's like, I don't want to see this ad. Why not? Because I don't fucking gamble like that.
Me either. I only watch it for games.
Yeah, I know. I'm very self-aware in the fact that I could easily turn to that kind of shit and start spending a lot of money. So I avoid it at all costs. Not even do it a little bit.
Yep.
He doesn't play Madden Ultimate Team because of that. I can tell you that about him right now.
I'm
gonna take money in Madden Ultimate too.
I'm gonna tell you, Joe. When FIFA was doing that shit, I spent a good amount of money on FIFA.
And that's
back in the day on both on Madden and FIFA, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is
I'll have to look. I was telling some guys one time on a live feed. I was showing guys how to do it. I'm thinking I may have to go ahead and make that video on how to build an ultimate team without spending money.
Yeah,
it takes longer.
It does,
but you feel a lot more fulfilled over it. You're not buying a win. It's not pay to win. You can actually do it. I mean, I've built a couple of 99 overall teams that way. But it takes a while to build them up. Let's see. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, outside of the occasional lottery ticket, the only gamble I do is occasionally go to the boats, and I'll do two things. I'll have X amount for the penny slots or the nickel slots or whatever, and just sit there and whatever I have, that's what I have. I put my winnings in a separate. Winnings in a separate tub than the. Of course, now everything's a card, but makes it harder to
really. There's no more coins
that
anymore. That's like that's literally the only reason I would ever go to those slots.
Right, to hear the splash of the coins. Right?
Yeah.
There's nothing for it. The other thing I do is blackjack because it's fairly easy to keep track of the cards.
Well, here's the deal, guys. You know my perspective on it. I'm married to a compulsive gambler. It's not a hidden thing. And I work for a gambling rehab, the same one she went through in 2011. And I'll tell you exactly what I think of the whole deal. If you control it, it's entertainment, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if it controls you, it's a fucking addiction, and you need to get fucking help for it. Okay, if you just got to do it, then guess what? It's controlling you. And I say that I'm married to one, but I'm married to a compulsive gambler. But I like playing poker. I inherited a Seagram's VO 1 gallon, Seagram's VO bottle full of change from my father. You know what I mean? For playing penny ante poker. But he also told me when I was a kid, he said, don't ever bet on boxing or football. Don't ever do it. And I said, why is that? He said, boxing's rigged, and football, you never know which way that ball is going to bounce.
Yep.
You just don't know. And I was like,
and it's scripted.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. These days it's looking that way. It's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little secret. It's been scripted for a long time, and people just didn't know it.
Trust me, Saints fans believe it is.
Oh.
Okay. If you don't know what to do with that money, give it to me. Tim says, Clay says Hollywood is only hurting itself because this will give foreign productions the chance to thrive here. Look, it's already happening in the comic book industry, my brother. You're calling it absolutely right.
Daily Wire is going to make the Snow White movie.
Manga comics are outselling American comics worldwide. It's crazy the amount of money they're making now.
Netflix has been importing foreign productions for
a
while now.
There was a really good movie that I found last night on Netflix. It was foreign, and I was like, oh my God. It was awesome.
Well, just look at the popularity of Squid Game. That was South Korean.
So Jed, how many times have you seen Emmanuel?
Okay, you got to ask me which Emmanuel, because there's a whole series of Emmanuel. Okay?
Clay Thomas says, I like to gamble a little, but I don't want to see it all over my sport broadcast. No, of course not. Nobody does. I bet with someone who shops where I work, a game or a final here and there. We use the point spread. Loser buys the winner a soda. Yeah, I mean that's harmless. That's fun. Jed Junior Johnson, Wolf, Parrot says,
really Fairhead.
You see a lot of compulsive gamblers living in Nevada. Of course you do. In Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Jed likes to watch animals shag. Oh my God. Please don't turn this into one of those streams. Good Lord.
Oh, you're going to turn into what it was last night.
Like last night. Yeah. Oh my God.
With fucking Ariel and her.
Tonight's probably going to go. But okay, let's take a look at something else here that I wanted to talk about because it's coming rather quickly. It's this weekend.
It's coming. It ain't going to come quickly.
Let me refresh this and get the current count. It's been hovering between 58 and 57. We're at 120 reviews, and it is at 58% on
it's got three main characters in it, and it's at 58%.
Yeah, and the review embargo is apparently over. The reviews are out. Check your source that you trust. This headline comes from IndieWire. The Marvel's review, even if it's best moments, this scattered superhero sequel demands a total MCU reset.
Oh my God. What do you think they're going to bring the
Nina
guys
Costa's Captain Marvel sequel has moments of real originality and charm, which only makes the rest of it feel like such a baffling waste. Oh my God. Yeah.
Well,
so apparently there's good and bad in it. So
I'll let you know how good it is or how bad it is.
Yes, John's going to bite the bullet for us, and he's going to go see it on Tuesday. He goes see all
I'm
of them.
sorry.
So,
I got the ticket already.
I'm sorry.
Was it hard to get the seat you wanted?
Oh, we don't have.
Oh, you don't have reserve
seating. Not in my theater, not my home theater. But
Well, okay, Joe, we have that in some places.
Yeah. I am going to be the only person there at that theater.
No, hey, Parrothead, you're.
I bet I'm going to be the only person there in that theater.
Hey, listen, those butch women will be there too.
I know, and I'm going to say this. Yeah, Matt loves Breeze Toes, and so does Lethal. Okay, Matt and Lethal loves Breeze Toes. Okay, not me.
I'm moving my stream back to 3 because I realized I got my ticket for 4:30, which is right in the middle while I'm normally going to stream.
Gotcha.
So I'll be streaming an hour earlier. But
Jed, are you referring to those flippers she calls feet?
Yeah, and I got to get the link out to somebody because they just got a hold of me. So just a second, I'll give it to them.
Okay, brother. Okay. Jed, let's see. 50%, Tim says 58% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm calling bull. There's gambling all over Nevada. I wouldn't be surprised if hospitals have slots tables.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
I bet nursing homes do.
It should be lower. Who knows with this thing? Let's see. Jed loves Breeze
hammerhead fucking toes and shit.
We thank you for your service, John.
No shit.
For going to see that for us, biting the bullet for us. And Papa Cotton says, "Bite the bullet for us. Cut the shit. You want to see it? No, I don't. I'm not going. Thank God, my wife doesn't want to see it this time. Yay! I had to go
dude,
to.
You were so fucking lucky, bro.
I had to go to Eternals because she's an Angelina Jolie fan, and I didn't want to go see that one. I had to go see Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness because she's a big, witchcraft fan, so she had to see the Scarlet Witch. And I don't think she realized Scarlet Witch was the bad guy in that movie.
Yeah.
Until we walked out, she was kind of confused. Who we got here? There he is, Ironcaster. I haven't seen him in a while, man.
There's my right-hand man on the channels.
Are you not in that thread anymore, Ironcaster?
I'm not even sure. I might have just kind of dismissed it, not even thinking about it. Like I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll re-edge it to
I apologize.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I put it out. I put it out there every Wednesday. You guys are always invited, and I'll double check and make sure you're in there when I get off the stream today. It's good to see you, man. Haven't seen you for a while. Yeah.
It has been a while. I've been just kind of all over YouTube, it feels like.
Yeah. The last time I saw you, who stream were you on? You were on a 4-man panel the other day, and you were talking about something. I can't remember what it was. I was just scrolling through shit a couple days ago, I think.
Probably the last time we were hanging out was Nick Weiser's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. You and me. Yeah, absolutely.
And yesterday I was on with Pops and Stone Loki. We were talking about planes, trains, and automobiles.
Okay. All right. No, that wasn't it. It must
maybe it was T-shirt.
Yeah, it was T-shirt historian. I was watching that. Yeah, absolutely. Love that guy. Yep. Okay, man. Well, it's good to have you here.
He's going around being a whore on YouTube.
Man. That's what you got to do. and do things, man. Get seen. Get out there. Just real quick. Go ahead.
I like to show up for everyone. I like to show up for everyone and hop up on people's YouTube streams, except my own.
Or the Roadhouse or the Archivist.
Right. So, what's your take on? First of all, just get you caught up real quick. What do you think of the strike? Is it going to be over by Thanksgiving? You asked the question. What is your thought on it? Are you with the rest of them? Don't think it's going to be over.
I would say unless they can get a deal within the next week. If they can come to the terms, basically, if they can't get it done by Thanksgiving, it ain't happening until January.
Okay.
If we're lucky, they might kind of basically give everyone a Christmas Eve deal. But I mean, aside from that, I don't see it. I don't see it clearing up until like January. Like I think at this point they're ready to just shut everything down. We have 6 weeks left of the year.
6 weeks. It's holidays, most of it. So, Yep. Yeah.
And I'm going to hear from some certain people.
I think if it's going to get done, it's going to get done in the next couple of weeks, right before Thanksgiving. So
I mean, like the most unfortunate thing is like all the studios weren't able to go into their earnings reports with like this like little bit of like, we got a deal, we can like get Hollywood back up and running,
right?
Which I know Disney would have really liked to have had today, because I didn't hear a damn thing of good word.
That may be why they ramped up the betting thing on ESPN. That's going to make them a lot of money. It will. It'll make them a shit ton of money for sure. But also, what is your thoughts on the Marvels? Are you looking forward to seeing it? Anything like that? What do you think?
I actually am looking forward to it a little bit.
Okay.
Just because like I want to see like how bad this train wreck is going to be.
It's one of those like, you're going to hate watch it, huh?
Oh, you're gonna,
yeah. No, this is like, I am looking forward to at some point in the next like week or two, like getting like sick, having to like stay in bed and like watch this thing on some like pirate site.
Right? Yeah,
gotcha. That's the only way this movie's gonna work. Where I'm like, yeah, I can barely like read what my little can of Werner says as I'm like drinking down my little ginger ale. Like, yeah, this is gonna make more sense this way.
Kind of like Knock when he watched She-Hulk. He actually enjoyed it because he was drunk.
You gotta be drunk to watch that shit. Like, come on.
But anyway, well, listen. Me personally, when it comes to the Marvels, it looks like Barbie all over to me. It's gonna be. It's girl driven. Who was it? I was talking to somebody the other day. They were doing a stream about it, and I said, "Well, you know, it's gonna have less males in it than the last one. Quantumania is what I was talking about. I think that Guardians of the Galaxy is its own thing, kind of. I kind of put them outside of it. You know what I mean? But you know, and I said, let's do the math, and I added up the guys in Quantumania. I said Paul Rudd's 1, Michael Douglas counts as 2. Let's face it, he's iconic. Okay, you know, so he counts as 2. That's 3, and then the big bad girlfriend beater was number 4, right? And then I said, okay, that's 4. They get 4 points for male representation in it, and this one's gonna have an old Samuel L. Jackson who can't drop MFers all over the place because it's PG-13 Disney, and it's got what did I call that guy? I think I called him a beta male or something like that. The guy that she's apparently going to have a relationship with, or
he's like a bitch,
yeah. Right? And I gave him a 0.5, and I said, and the big bad. Oh wait, the villain's in this one's a chick too, so it's only got 1.5. You know what I mean?
I had heard him referred to as a femboy, so
yeah,
that was annoying.
It'd be all right, Jed. It'd be
well.
You
can give half a point to
the K-pop,
Bill Murray
K-pop
being in
yeah, the K-pop guy.
Yeah,
what were you saying, Matt?
Just kind of thinking about a half point for being
Airhead.
Yeah. What were you saying, Matt?
I was saying you can give Ant-Man a half a point for Bill Murray.
That's right. I forgot he was in there. That's right. Half a point for old Bill Murray. That's right. Okay, let's get caught up with the chat. Let's see. Tim says, John, you now have general absolution. You can see the Marvels now. Everybody's saying hi to each other. And Jed is a Bree simp, laugh out loud. And Jed wants a threesome with Bree and She-Hulk. That doesn't sound bad to me. Of course, it's got to be the comic book accurate She-Hulk, okay? You know, the girl that likes to get her freak on. You know what I'm saying?
You have to be careful that you don't have a death by snoo situation there.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna get stuck between the two of them twerking.
Oh man, God. I'm not.
I did not need that visual image
right,
tonight.
Didn't
Thank
need that
you.
visual at all.
Y'all need
I'm
Jesus.
not in the Bree hating camp. I'm really not.
He's gonna Jed's gonna be looking like Mr. Smithers at the strip club.
Oh God, man, look out! but I'm not in the hate part. Actually, I think she's done a pretty good job trying to rebuild her image, starting that YouTube channel and staying out of trouble. And I really, when she got interviewed that one time and she said, I don't know, do they want me to play it anymore? I don't know. I put that on Disney, man, because they haven't really proven that they want her anymore. You know what I mean?
No, they don't want her.
They gave her co-stars and everything, and
she's like that side chick that you have over there. But
you can say what you want about Captain Marvel. You can say what you want about Captain Marvel, man. It made $1 billion. It did.
Yeah.
So
because Disney cheated.
It made $1 billion because they basically all but said that you have to see this before you see Infinity War.
It was required reading for
and Joe, I want to say, when the day that it opened that week, theaters were empty everywhere. There is photo documented proof that the theaters were empty. There was like 3 or 4 people the whole week in the movie theaters.
You can take a picture anytime.
Yeah, it's true.
This is a picture of this empty room.
When I went and saw it, the place was packed. So, I'm just saying. When I went and saw it, it was packed.
And I mean, most any Marvel movie would have done well in that slot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Between those two movies, yes. It was peak MCU. It was awesome. E. Clay Thomas says one of the girls has a male cat, but it's probably neutered.
Now, is it a cat or is it a what do they call them?
A flirkin.
Flirkin.
Yeah, flirkitten. By the way, at AMC, at participating locations, for $39.99, you can get a flirkitten, a large popcorn and a drink for only $40. So and there's 5, including one that is a rare gold edition. So it's
that's
crazy. Quoting Kappa on YouTube.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Not YouTube, on Twitter.
I'm not going to see it. I'm going to wait until it comes on streaming or something. I might actually hit the high seas for this one. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's a little tempting for this one, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It definitely is. No doubt.
You want to see that song and dance number, that 10-minute song and dance number.
I'm with you. What you said, man. I want to see the train wreck. I really do. I'm just not willing to put out a dime to do it, man. That plus I'm kind of busy these days, so I'm probably not going to have time.
I haven't seen it yet, but unfortunately I got spoiled on what the after credits scene is. But I knew about it beforehand because there was already rumors about they brought these people in for an emergency shoot. Mm-hmm. Just to tack onto the show.
And we're not going to spoil it here, guys. Don't worry. He knows how to talk around things. But you got to watch it on social media. If you're one of the guys like Knock that doesn't like spoilers, stay off social media till you see it because it's out there. I saw it today on Twitter. So it's out there and in the internet spaces. So watch out for it. I'll never forget when Endgame came out, somebody had a Russian cam copy, and what they did was they masked it. They said it was something else, and you clicked on it, and it actually showed the clip where fucking Cap grabbed the hammer. And, it was just, I couldn't believe it when somebody told me about that. It was after the fact. I didn't see it, but somebody told me about that. I was like, oh, my God, that's just horrible.
I know they're going to do that because they've teased it for how many movies?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
crazy.
It's going to happen.
Ariel Ballet is here. How you doing, darling? Good to see you. Godzilla -1 for the win. 12/1, December 1st, that is, boys and girls. We actually got hit for that movie last week, even though it was just playing in the background on IMDb. We got smacked for that. I had to cut it out and re-release the stream. I'm going to spend the money to see it in theaters. I bet John will as well. Oh, he's going to be first guy online. I know that. Absolutely.
I'll be there first show on Friday, or actually probably Thursday night.
Biggles Metz says Endgame was trash. It was okay. It wasn't as good. The best Avengers movie is Infinity War. That's just all there is to it. Well, if it isn't Jed the Furry, what mischief are you up to? Oh, boy. Well, I don't know. But we're going to move on with this one. If you're into Captain Marvel, enjoy. I'm going to stay home for this one because it's not for me. It's made for girls. And my wife, thank God, doesn't want to see it. She wanted to see Barbie, and I went and saw that. And I was actually pleasantly surprised by that one. But I don't think I'm going to be pleasantly surprised by this one. I'm glad I don't have to go. So I'm going to sit home. Now, we're going to get into our Loki review. If you haven't watched it yet, as soon as you see this graphic right here with the Mission Impossible guy, we'll be on the knock list. So when you see that, we're done with the Loki review. Okay. So we're going to get into Loki. Episode 5 was this week. Are you watching this, Ironcaster?
Well, last week, but okay.
No.
Yeah. Well,
I was
not watching
for this
it?
week, but
okay.
No, it was last week. It's every Thursday.
It came out last week.
Yeah.
It's the
you
current
you
episode.
watched it this week.
Yeah.
I watched it today.
Dude, I watched it the other night and was like, what the fuck? This is just a setup for the last episode.
I was fixing to say not much happened in this one. But it does, I haven't been really on board with this one, and I gotta say, who in Marvel is addicted to spaghetti, man? What the fuck is up?
Yeah,
with
this
that?
whole season's been stringing us along.
Yeah, it has. It's been stringing us along, hasn't it, Ben?
I just want to get into the sauce.
Right,
Well,
get into the sauce. That's right.
It's actually an inside joke about quantum theory and string theory. And
is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
that's the reason why I was giggling every time they brought it up.
You had to be there. Okay, got it.
Okay, so is Short Round actually Michio Kaku? Now
okay, get this.
Now it all makes sense.
In one of the scenes from this week, they had his Short Round hat from the Indiana Jones movie in the show. Yeah. So there was the Easter egg. I saw it and I flipped out. I was like, oh, there's his fucking hat.
Well, episode 5's title was science fiction. Loki traverses dying timelines in an attempt to find his friends, but reality is not what it seems. Now, the thing I liked about this one, believe it or not, guys, I actually liked something about this one, was the fact that he was time slipping into all their variant timelines. I thought that was really cool. And we finally got to see what Mobius was all about. That was really neat. I thought that was cool.
He got his jet ski.
He got his jet. He was selling them jet skis, baby. What's up? Yeah.
And my
well, I don't think he was actually selling, but
Well, he was attempting to sell.
He was attempting. Yeah.
He had 2 in his garage, so he had to have ridden them at some point.
Yeah, right. But we saw that one guy, I can't remember his name. He was trying to escape from Alcatraz, right?
Yeah. He's one of the guys.
Casey.
Casey, that's it.
Casey is the guys that tried to escape from Alcatraz for real.
Yeah, that disappeared. Nobody knows what happened.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, that was cool.
That's very cool, man. But when he finally ran into Short Round again, Short Round totally bought into what he was talking about and was explaining to him what he needed to do.
It cracked me up that he tried to buy his own book. That cracked me up.
Yeah, tried to buy his own book. And what when they needed one of those keypads made, he reaches it. The whole thing's a paradox.
Yeah,
it's obvious.
Yeah.
It's been a paradox the whole time.
So here's the thing: Loki and him were the ones, along with, the other time, were the 3 that invented the TEA.
Yeah, it's looking that way. Yeah,
this is, and I'm going to say this next episode, you're going to see the very start of it, and it's going to start the cycle over.
But here's the question I have: if that's the case, and Loki was integral in it, why were they trying to prune him at the beginning of the first show of this series?
I know. I brought this question up to somebody, and they're like, "Oh shit, you're right."
How are they going to explain that shit?
Yeah,
I mean,
Well, I mean, it's scripted, so I mean, they knew he wasn't going to actually get pruned, or at least He Who Remains knew it wasn't actually going to happen.
So it does seem to me that this is a series that's kind of standing out from sort of the rest of these Disney Plus shows for the Marvel stuff, anyway, because this seems like the one that's been getting probably the most positive buzz.
Yeah,
these guys have enjoyed it. This is the first episode that I actually totally understood. First of all, now you got to remember, Iron, I am an old fuck, so sometimes I need shit explained to me. But I look right up through the first 4 episodes. I was just laughing at it. It's like I'm convinced that the writers are just trolling us. They're just trolling us, But this one, actually, I got to see some stuff I wanted to see. Mobius in particular. He had a family. He had kids, He's just a generally nice guy, which is what he comes off as in the show. And yes, you're right. This is the one that's actually the viewership's down just because the viewership on everything Marvel is down. But this has gotten the best critical acclaim, which is not much. For sure. Let's see. Tim says timelines keep on slipping into the future. Yeah, I should have sang that in the tune of Steve Miller Band. Yes. Into the future. Yeah. Let's see. Ariel Ballet says, "Oh, maybe they would have been better. Maybe you guys talked about it before, but Indiana Jones 5 should have been Short Round taking over the mantle." Yeah, that would have been better than what we got, no doubt.
Should have been the Adventures of Short Round.
Yeah,
that would have been awesome.
Spaghetti with prunes. It's a recipe for disaster.
Oh, eat clay, that's bad.
That's good, man. That's good.
Doesn't sound good.
They aren't trolling. They are just that dumb, Bigglesmith said. Yeah,
Biggles
well,
is right,
I mean, yeah. But what I thought was neat was apparently what we saw with those timelines disappearing was it must be a projection of what was going to happen, because in this one we actually see it start happening, right? All these timelines start to disappear, and I don't know. I guess it's piqued my curiosity to see how they're going to end this, because they made it. Go ahead.
Another reason why that spaghetti look makes sense is because it's all woven together in the loom, the time loom. So they're threads woven together, so it's coming unraveled.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah,
I thought it was interesting that it was pointed out that Sylvie knows the whole thing's going on. She's just kind of ignoring it until it happens in her world, because she has that temp pad from He Who Remains, and she kind of felt invulnerable with it. As long as she had that, she can get away.
Yeah.
So like there was that scene with Loki in the bar with her, and he goes to grab his drink and it disappears. And you can actually rewind it. You can see Sylvie actually see the drink disappear, but she just ignores it because she knows what's going on.
Yeah. And just walks out casually.
Yeah, just walks out. So she knows what's going on.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I thought it was this one. I actually understood. That the first episode had me totally clueless. Then the next 3. Really, I was just laughing at it. It was
Joe, have you ever seen Inception?
I've seen Inception. Yes, I've seen that.
Did that do it for you?
Yeah, I loved Inception. I thought that show was
that
great.
made sense to you, but this
it did.
All right, whatever. You're confusing.
Yeah.
So I feel like I should ask, as someone who hasn't seen even season 1, would you guys say it's worth going back to watch Loki?
Yeah. It's a great show. I think it's a great show.
Would you recommend going back to season 1 and starting there, or just go ahead and just kind of jump to
I would go back, and mainly because you get to learn more about Sylvie. Sylvie is awesome.
She's the best thing about the show. Sylvie is the female Loki.
Oh, wow. Way to spoil it, Joe. Way to spoil it. He hasn't watched the season yet, Joe. God.
Dude,
it's been out
for a year. Yeah. He's heard it before. Trust me. He runs in these circles. He's heard it.
Yeah, me and Iron have talked about it.
So Jed already spoiled it, is what you're saying.
No, I didn't spoil it.
Got it. Understood.
Anyway, let's see. What do we got in the
I know better.
Ariel says,
okay.
The hell, Biggles just shows up out of the blue and becomes a mod.
I did.
Oh, that's something going on in your
channel. That's going on my channel.
He's my bro. Laugh out loud helps me out. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Biggles gets
Jed is being sexist.
Jed, you have to lean into the microphone and say yes.
Yes, go into the kitchen and make me a sandwich, woman.
Have you seen a grown man naked? Yeah, I have. I was in the military, man. It's kind of a.
Do you like gladiator movies?
It's like a
Turkish prison.
Okay, enough of this. Let's see. To quote Airplane, since you said it, have you seen it? Yeah, of course. He sees a grown man naked every day. Yeah, I do. I do, actually. Yes,
yeah,
I do.
so do all of us here.
Right.
Yeah,
me personally, Ironcaster, it's okay. It's not a world beater. It's probably the best Marvel show they've made.
Yeah, I would say that.
I would say it's definitely. It's worth seeing because of Sylvie's character. She's really cool.
Yeah.
The whole Kang thing. Ugh. Look, guys, here's the problem with this show that I have. Nothing has consequences. Everything we saw on this show, every disappearance, doesn't matter. Well, it's all going to get fixed.
Have you read comics?
The biggest thing it seems to me, though, with a lot of these series is they're really written with the intention of binging the entire thing. It's not. They're not meant to be sort of episodic stories. You have to go in for the entire season.
Yeah.
Which can lead to its own pacing issues there. Yeah. Like, unless you're willing to stick around for the entire thing, you might not really either see what's going on or really muster up enough of a F to want to stick through it.
Yeah.
And Joe, I need you to talk to Bob Iger and get him to put him back on Wednesday nights or Tuesday nights, because this whole Thursday night thing is, I barely remember any of the details by the time we get there.
By the time you watch it again, by the time we're talking about it, right? Yeah.
Ahsoka was fine because.
But like you told me, do your homework, watch it again.
Yeah,
that's what you tell me, man.
You tell him
for the season finale.
Or there's these things on YouTube by new rock stars.
No, I watched those after I watched the episode. I don't watch them days after.
Giving a little shout out to them because they're awesome on YouTube too.
So. To me, Loki is a good show just because Tom Hiddleston. The guy's phenomenal. No.
I would say the chick.
But here's the thing: just like every other fucking show on in the MCU, it's not about the main character.
No,
the show's not about him.
I mean, you could expand that out beyond just Marvel. That's been Disney's MO. Yeah. Willow wasn't about Willow.
Yeah, it's
The Mandalorian wasn't about the Mandalorian. Yeah. It never was.
Yeah, they turned Willow into a deadbeat dad. That pissed me off.
Just unbelievable. I'm so glad
I never did watch the TV show.
We didn't miss anything, buddy, from what I hear.
No, we didn't. Oh God!
Now you can't see it.
Now you can't see it. Yes, that's right. Matt said, "Tell him what's up with that, Matt. Why can't you see it now?"
Yeah, Disney. It was so bad they had to remove it off Disney Plus.
So they could take a loss on it because
it's not even like they farmed it out anywhere else. It's just
it's gone into the abyss.
It's gone into the Disney vault
if you know where to look.
To Song of the South.
Well, yeah, you know that.
And I mean, the other thing is, like, we're at a point right now where there's such a wealth of backlog material that I'm itching to go back and watch. I was telling Jenna. I mean, hell, I was the last year or so. I was binging nothing but like Kamen Rider for
and we need to start doing that again. By the way,
I mean, hell, I've been picking up that verboten physical media that all the stores are getting rid of. Like, I've got stuff here.
There you go, man.
I got
Vampire Hunter D. Like it, bro. Nice. Hang on.
Robotech.
Let me get this up on the main screen here. Let me see. Where is he? He's
Iron has had that right under his monitor for the last half hour, literally just waiting for a segue to put him.
That's it. Just to throw it up.
That's great.
There you go. Robotech. Nice,
awesome.
man. That's old school shit, man. That's
old
school shit.
But of course, we can't just like only watch stuff we haven't seen before. We need to go back and watch the classics.
Yes. Absolutely. The trilogy, of course, man. Yes. Yeah. Is that the extended versions or just theatrical?
We got both. But of course, of course, those theatrical cuts are going to be nice coasters because nobody ever watches theatrical.
Believe it or not, I do. I'm one of these weirdos that I really like the editing process. I think editing. I'm a big John Carpenter fan. He's one of these guys that was an awesome editor, and I understand there's a lot more in the theatrical, or excuse me, the extended cuts. There's a lot more lore in there that we read as kids, but I like watching the theatrical versions of things. I like to see them the way I saw it in the theater.
So I want to bring
that's just
up
a personal preference, though. That's me.
Joe, I want to see FK's comment. He said, "So high the hell sees the high seas the fight." Well, what if your internet and everything is out? Then you're screwed.
Yeah. So, let's see. The Lord of the Rings is 5 hours too short. Yeah. No shit. They couldn't have put everything in there. There's no way they could put everything in there.
Release the 9-hour cut.
Right.
Yeah, I know, right? No shit. I want that.
Well, that's a good segue, getting into old stuff, because next... Go ahead. Jed.
My list may be a little bit like 8 to 10 because I love all these movies.
Well, let's get into it first, and then we'll talk about it.
Do you want me to do mine first?
It's time for the knock list. No, we're going to do... Each of us are going to count it down together. Okay? So, I've got my 5 all ready to go. John, you got your 5?
Yep.
Okay.
And some more.
Matt, did you make a 5, or are you just going to do honorable mentions?
I can do some honorable mentions.
Okay. Since Ironcaster, you haven't been around for this, Knock, the guy right above you, is the youngest member of the crew, and he's been looking for some good classics to watch. So we've been building what's called the Knock list, right? Mm-hmm. Stuff that he needs to watch. Now, first, we're going to start off. Today, it's comedies, and we're doing a top 5 comedies of all time. Of course, me, Jed, and John have lists. We'll count ours 5. I'll say 5, and then we'll talk about them. But first, we need Knock's reviews of his homework so far. So, what do you got for us on the review front, buddy?
Okay, so let me go back and see what I did watch. I got it right here.
Okay.
I did have it right here.
That's okay.
I did watch. I only got a couple movies in this week.
Okay.
But A Clockwork Orange.
Oh boy!
I did watch that. That was an interesting one.
I like it.
Were you singing in the rain first?
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever hear hi and think of it
right
again.
Mm-hmm.
Singing in the rain.
Right? Yeah, I can see. I can see they were telling me to watch Singing in the Rain afterwards. So,
as a palate cleanser, you kind of fucking need to. Jesus.
No, it was a wicked film for sure. It's definitely it's all over the place, but that guy's a great actor.
He is. Yeah, he's fantastic. He always has.
That was when he was young too. Mm-hmm.
So that was no, it was good. I really enjoyed that movie. It was just very interesting.
I figured you'd like it. Yeah.
Me and Joe both thought you would like that one.
It's a trip.
No, I thought it was a good movie. It's definitely deserving on the list for sure. Mm-hmm. And then the next one I watched was Casablanca.
Okay.
I watched that. I finished that the other day.
I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship.
That's right. That's right, man.
Ironcaster, I think you kind of alluded to it earlier when you're mentioning the backlog. I think what initially started this list was Joe was on vacation and me and John were going over a list of, I think Matt might have been there too. Basically the top 100 actors of all time. That's how it started out.
Yeah.
But then we segued over into movies because we found a list of movies, and that kind of turned into the knock list. And it was like, you know what? There's all these movies nowadays kind of suck, and the actors are kind of whatever. It's all turning into the same blob, and now it's getting more and more pandering, and it's just kind of So we're looking back, and that's kind of what created the knock list. So
it's a perfect time for it with everything we're fixing to. I mean, you said just now, Ironcaster, you're looking to get into stuff that's been in your backlog. This is the time to do it. They're on strike. They're not going to be making anything new for a while, so you might as well do it.
I mean, Snow White has been pushed back a year, so we'll never get to see that. Oh,
damn it! Well, the one that pissed me off is Dune 2. That pisses me off.
Okay, but we have a new Snow White that's going to come out from the Daily Wire, that it's
That's
going to be actually good, hopefully.
That's if I want to buy the Daily Wire,
Did you happen to catch the interview that Ben Shapiro did with Critical Drinker, though, Jed?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, because in it, Ben was suggesting that they might as well push theirs back to sort of capitalize on Disney's marketing.
Wow!
Oh,
he's just throwing daggers.
Like Ben,
I mean, that was kind of the point of the first place, so I can see that.
Yeah.
Big okay, Knock. What else you got in your review book, dude?
That's about all I got to do.
You didn't finish Network, man?
No, I finished Network. Oh, did I say last time that I did finish Network?
How'd you like it?
How'd you like Network?
It was. I mean, anytime I see someone yelling out a window,
right?
That's what I'm going to think of. So,
well, just remember that movie was made in 1978.
Yeah, and it's
very relevant today, man.
It is. That's all I kept thinking was like, holy crap! Like you could literally have someone doing this today.
Yep.
And it would fit.
My favorite scene in that movie was the late great Ned Beatty letting him know exactly what time it was, man. In that boardroom where he lets him know that you have messed with the primal forces of nature and you will atone. That was a great scene, man. That guy was awesome.
All right. So question, I think Tim, is that what you call it? Tim? Is that FK?
Tim over in the chat, FK?
Now he says, now it's already on my list, Tim, but All Quiet on the Western Front. He says 1930. Is that the original?
78 with John Boy's better. 79, whatever it is. The 70s version with John Boy's.
That's what I have. Better. I have the 79. I don't have the 30 on here.
Yeah.
I'm just impressed that Lou Ayres, who was the lead in the 1931, was still acting in 1978. He had a heck of a career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure.
So and then I was prepared to watch Halloween, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to save that for next year. I think I'll
just save it for next year, man.
Full bore. I'm out of the Halloween mood. I watched Psycho and Vertigo.
Yeah,
once Halloween,
I mentioned that last week. So
put the horror movies away for October. That's it. Yeah.
But I got to tell you, during this whole thing, I've become a big fan of James Stewart. So I'm definitely going to go perusing through his catalog. I still have A Wonderful Life to watch during Christmas time.
Right.
I've seen snippets of it, but I haven't seen the whole movie, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I got to this week. I got Friday off, so my plan is that I'm going to try to get through Gone with the Wind and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is my homework, or I'm going to try to do on Friday.
Okay.
Nurse Ratched,
man, one of the greatest characters of all time. And like I told you before, remember this trivia question. There's been 2 movies in history that have won the top 5. And Cuckoo's Nest is one of them. Best Picture, Best Director, Best Screenplay, Best Actor, and Best Actress.
Yep.
It won all 5. Yep. There's only been 2 movies in the history of motion pictures that have done it.
Mm-hmm.
The other one being, I'll let the chat tell me what the other one is. Let's see if they know. I know you guys know because I've told you before.
Yeah.
But
while you're waiting on that, do you want a rundown of what I have watched so far? Because it's been
let everybody know where you're at.
Yeah.
And thumbs up, thumbs down. Give it to Siskel Ebert too.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah. I'll do it without the camera on. So the first one is Rear Window. That was my introduction to James Stewart, as it was, which was really great.
And your introduction to
Hitchcock.
Yeah, no doubt. Mm-hmm.
The Graduate, which was a really interesting one.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
No, thumbs up. Thumbs up.
I thought thumbs up for making fun of Jed.
Fucking like.
Nah, I want to keep my thumb clean. But anyways, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Which is a thumbs up. Fargo was kind of a mid. I don't know if that belonged on the S tier.
That'd be a middle,
so to speak. I blame Matt for that, but
I accept it.
But I mean, it had the most memorable character. I'll
By the way, Tim, not It Happened One Night, but you are correct about Silence of the Lambs. That's the other one. Yep.
Yeah, Silence of the Lamb, I've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Butch Cassidy, the Sundance Kid, kind of a thumbs down for me.
He wasn't into
I
it.
did not get the hype for that one. I didn't think it was bad, but it wouldn't have been on my list. I tried it. Yeah. Unforgiven, which was really good. My only issue with that one was the bitching of Clint Eastwood. I'm not that man anymore.
Like that. I'm not that guy anymore.
It's like, well, I don't know what you were like. I haven't seen those movies yet. But yeah, basically. Apocalypse Now, which was really good. Huge thumbs up. Seeing young Martin Sheen, which I've never seen him that way before.
Yeah.
And I could just you just know, like, and I think I mentioned this before. I don't think there ever was a question, but if there was a question that Charlie Sheen or Emilio Estevez was his son,
right?
Not after watching that.
He can't deny those kids. They ain't no
like
way.
Man. You could see them both so easily on his face. Dr. Strangelove and How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. That I've seen that scenario in certain shows before. That's an interesting one. But it was thumbs up. Space One Odyssey. It was good seeing where I'm afraid I can't do that Dave came from. That's always good. Psycho and Vertigo. I watched those pretty much back to back. Those were both thumbs up.
Yeah.
So the over like it's just okay.
Yeah.
That was good. Network, we mentioned that was good. Clockwork Orange mentioned that. Trying to think what else there was. The Thing, that was good. And then Casablanca, and I think that's most of what I saw.
Okay. Tim says, nope, It Happened One Night did win the Big Five. Okay, I'll have to look at it, man, for sure. I was always under the impression there was only two. I guess there's three. You learn something new every day. Okay, so we're about to give you some comedies to look at, man. Sure.
And Ironcaster has a list too. So
I saw that. Yeah, I told him in the chat that I saw it.
Now, if it's something I've seen, I'm not going to add it to the list. That's
we're trying to add movies. To stuff for.
I have seen movies before, so
I have a list of 10. So
you start at 5.
Yeah, every time you mention the list, it grows a number. Come on.
Right.
But when is Jay going to be able to get his 32 movies in?
Right?
Yeah, he's like, if I say 32 now, it'll be too much. But if I build up to it, it'll be more acceptable.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I've also put together a list. So.
Okay, good. Well, then we're all set. Cool. We're going to start with my number 5 offering. And number 5 on my list of top comedies of all time is one that you cannot watch on streaming now. It will never be seen on streaming because the rights to it was bought by a religious nutbag who does not want it seen by anyone.
Kirk Cameron.
They used to be on
I don't know who
TV
bought it.
All the time.
I really don't know the details of it, but you cannot see this on a streaming service anywhere. I luckily have a physical copy of it. It's Dogma.
Kevin's a douchebag for letting that happen, but he's a douchebag anyway.
He's a douchebag anyway, but this was him at the height of his powers, in my opinion. I think this is the best movie he ever made. What a killer cast it had. It introduced those that weren't into the independent films that he made, like Clerks and all that stuff, Chasing Amy and whatnot. We all got to meet his crew that he made movies with. Plus, they added Alan Rickman, George Carlin, Chris Rock. I mean, they swung for the fences with this flick. It is so damn, and Selma Hayek, of course. Yes,
who
can forget Selma Hayek in this movie, man?
Joe, I was supposed to be in this, but I couldn't get a flight out there to be in this.
Damn it, son.
Yeah, I could.
Damn it, son.
Dude, he's like, hey, Jay, you want to meet Carlin? I'm like, hell yes, I'll be on the flight out there as soon as possible.
So what's the, have you seen that one?
I have seen that.
You have seen that.
That one used to play on TV I'd seen it before it was on TV, but it was on the TV every weekend. You can catch it on TV. It was like the most.
And all of a sudden, you don't see it anymore. You don't see it anymore because of what I was just talking about. So that's my number 5. What's yours, John? What you got for him?
My number 5 is a Jack Black movie called School of Rock.
School of Rock.
Great movie.
There you
Great
go.
Movie. Yep.
Seen that one, huh? Okay.
I have seen that one. It's a great. It's got. It's got Jack Black and it's got musicians in it. I was in the band, so just a regular old concert band, but still, it was cool. It was a cool story with kids. Definitely a feel good movie.
Yeah.
He starts out, just kind of iffy, and then he locks his way in as a teacher. I don't know if that movie would be able to be done today, but
right. No, a lot of these movies we're going to talk about wouldn't be done today. A lot of them wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
No. But that I watch that movie every once in a while. It's a great movie. I really like that one.
Yeah, Jack.
Well, we really just stop at comedy. That you can't make those today.
No.
There's a lot fewer comedies made percentage-wise today than there used to be.
Yeah.
All right, Jed, what you got, man?
Let me get it.
Number 5.
I have it. I have like 10, but yeah, okay. Let me
get
see.
it together.
Get one.
I'm getting a list. Just a second. I wrote it all down. So
okay.
Dude, I did this in like 30 seconds.
Dude, bro, you've known me for how many years? And
I have slides ready.
Right, he's got.
Okay, I'm gonna go on my phone because I did it.
In fact, if you look in his background right now, you can find
Ironcaster, give us your number 5 while he's getting his.
Wait, I have it. I found it. Okay. I put it in my random notes.
Jed, come on.
The Adventures of Ponyboy doesn't count, Jed.
No.
The Outsiders, yeah.
Well, okay. So, are we gonna do other stuff later on? I'm just gonna say, okay. So, I put like Weird Science.
Weird Science.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Weird Science is a good one. Yeah.
No, really, anything. Really, we could just sum up and say anything John Hughes.
Yeah.
Not all of them are.
Yeah.
Not all of them are comedies, but yeah, anything he does is pretty good. But Weird Science, that's that particular movie introduced us to the talents of one late great Bill Paxton as
stupid
ass brother Chet.
Tight ass shirt and panties, and oh my god!
I remember watching
he's an asshole. Anybody with a haircut like that, you know he's an asshole. What were you saying, Matt? I'm sorry.
I said I remember watching the TV show on USA back in the day.
They did make a TV show of that, didn't they? Oh God, man, jeez. That 1985 was when that movie was made, and this is when Anthony Michael Hall was just starting to get out of his scrawny Farmer Ted look and starting to become a big guy, right?
Yeah.
He was getting the height. And wow, yeah, funny movie. If you guys have never seen this flick, it's pretty good. And it's John Hughes. Yeah, no doubt. I forgot that was a John Hughes movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's also got a little actor named Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Robert Downey Jr. is another one of the pricks in this movie. Yes, he is.
John Cusack. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Good stuff. Good pick there, Jed. Good pick.
Yeah.
All right. What you got there, Ironcaster? What's number 5 on your list?
Well, see, I think for my number 5, we gotta go with something out of the swinging 60s.
Okay, go.
Yeah, if you will mind, be so kind as to show my screen
absolutely.
there.
I got you.
Of course, we gotta go Austin Powers.
Austin Powers International.
Yeah, baby.
Industry.
That's my number 4.
Well, we're gonna overlap. Don't worry.
Hang on. I'll just swap it with one of my honorable mentions.
You don't have to swap it at all, but that's okay.
Yeah, I just do you a favor. Like, come on, what's not to love with this? This is one of Michael Myers' best films. Shrek is good, but there's nothing quite like Austin Powers. This is a movie we would not make today.
And if you're not following Elizabeth Hurley's Instagram, she is living proof that somebody has cured aging, and they're hiding it because that chick looks the same as she did in this movie years ago. She looks the same.
Somebody made a deal with the devil.
It's one of the movies that caused James Bond to forever change, because they were so afraid of how Austin Powers tainted the image of the British spy.
Yeah. You're absolutely correct. Because when they made this, that's when they made the shift to him having relationships. They went to Daniel Craig beta male way of it. And
they tried to go Jason Bourne. With it.
Yeah, they did. You're absolutely right, man.
Yeah,
absolutely right.
I think funniest scene, one of the funniest scenes in that has got to be him taking a piss after.
Oh, evacuation come. Evacuation come.
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes.
I have seen that one though. I've seen all the Austin Powers.
Just said.
I don't know.
Beals just said.
E. Clay Thomas says I had a Kelly LeBrock
poster
for a long time. Yeah. Hell yeah, you did. We all did.
You had the Farrah Fawcett and Kelly LeBrock up there.
So she probably didn't make a deal with the devil. Maybe she actually is. Yeah. Look, Bedazzled's a great movie.
You know what? She can devil me anytime.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I get great amusement out of 2 scenes from that movie. First is him getting the Cushman cart stuck in the middle of the hallway.
That is awesome. Trying to turn that thing around is so great.
And second is the slow motion steamroller.
Right? Ah!
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Yeah, it's a great one. You haven't added anything to your list yet, have you, Knock? You've seen all of these movies, haven't you?
Weird Science would be one I hadn't seen.
Weird Science? No. Okay.
I've got to try harder.
Before we go any further, real quick. Well, let's finish number 5, and then we'll discuss whether or not it's S tier. Okay. Because it has to be a consensus of the group, by the way, Ironcaster.
Okay.
Pretty much. It's got to be a consensus. Because, look, if you saw this list, if one of us said S, everything would have been on the list, and he'd never get done with it. You know, it's got to be consensus. So, okay, Matt, what's your number 5, buddy?
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh my God, Dumb and Dumber. Oh my
I
God.
grew up on that movie.
I like it. I like it a lot.
You went ahead to win the 7.
Yeah, man. Oh.
You know, I have to have a confession to make.
Go.
Absolutely hate that movie.
I hate it too. That will not be on the S list if you haven't seen it. I can tell you that right now. That some movies are just dumb, and that one is dumb. Hence the name.
I mean, look. That
movie, is not false advertising, the name, for sure.
I mean, hey, there's Wookiee.
I understand. I grew up with Jim Carrey, and that was as I was growing up. So absolutely, I love that movie.
Yes, my brother loves it too. He thinks it's one of the best comedies ever. It would be in his top 5. He loves it.
Wookiee's coming in here trolling.
Yeah. Let's see. He says, The Marvels is the best Marvel movie. Sure it is. I also hate Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, Biggles. It's not for everybody. I mean, you know, I like my humor with a little bit more brains to it, and that one is brainless. You know, not to say all brainless movies are bad. I love Airplane too, and that's totally brainless right there. Let me tell you.
Part of it is nostalgia. You know, so it came out when I was 12, and
right. Knox said he did same thing with him. Yeah, I understand completely. Okay, before we get off number 5, the one that he hasn't seen is Weird Science. Would you say it's an S tier movie? Does he need to see it for sure? I'd say yes. Absolutely.
I'd say because it's a pure 80s movie right there.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's how the 80s were at the time.
Anytime you get anytime John Hughes is on a list, you've always got to watch it. So.
Yeah, I would say S tier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
John Hughes was probably one of the greatest directors of the 80s.
Yeah. Just for that one part where she bust out, like, because everybody already knows that.
Just think Jeff Daniels did Gettysburg before Dumb and Dumber. Yes, he did.
Yeah, I know.
There is 10 minutes of singing and dancing. Dumb and Dumber sucks. So does Elf. Yeah,
I've got a soft spot in my heart for Elf, though.
Yeah,
Kelly LeBrock's song.
So, I think while Dumb and Dumber is, you know, or actually no, what we're talking about the John Hughes movie, Weird Science.
Weird Science. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
While it's great, I don't think it's necessarily the best John Hughes film. So
no, it's not the best John Hughes film.
No, it's not.
No.
Like, I would rather recommend Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for that spot instead.
Yeah.
Mine would be Breakfast Club. Mine would be Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Well, is that a comedy, though? I consider that one more of a drama, really. I don't think
it's a dramedy. It's a dramedy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Matt, what do you think?
as far as
is it S tier? Is Weird Science a must see?
I would say not a must see, but I mean, Killer LeBrock makes it hard to not put it in there.
I was fixing to say.
Okay.
The visual alone.
You could have just stopped there. You didn't have to finish the sentence.
Kelly LeBrock in there.
Somebody
That's all you
clip
gotta
that.
say.
Somebody clip that.
How stupid? How stupid is Steven Seagal? I mean, come on, man.
He's fucking dumb, bro.
Yeah, he is. He's a retard. But anyway, so that's 4-1, man. So put it on your list, dude. Put it on your list. Okay. Next up at number 4. Well, boys and girls, this I'm gonna continue to go back in time. This time we're gonna talk some Caddyshack, boys and girls. Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Ted Knight. Who knew? I mean, if anybody watched the Mary Tyler Moore Show, you know how funny this guy is. But he wasn't in many movies, and he played the biggest schmuck ever. One of those.
Well, we're waiting.
Well, we're waiting.
You're not going to recommend. You're not going to recommend Caddyshack 2?
No, not at all. No, I am not. That was horrible. But this one is fantastic, man. It really is. Friggin' the animatronic gopher and everything. It is a fantastic flick. I mean, that girl is gorgeous. What was her name? Lacey Underalls or something like that was her name or something?
Dude, she was so fucking... No, we don't talk about Caddyshack 2.
No, dude, no.
That's
but
like
Caddyshack.
Highlander 2. You don't talk about Highlander 2. There is no Highlander.
Yeah, there is no. Have you seen Caddyshack, Knock?
I think I've seen bits and pieces. I don't think I've seen the whole thing all the way through.
Dude. Yeah. I dressed up my senior party. It was a dress up thing. And a lot of guys in our military, I was in ROTC. A lot of them dressed up as characters from MASH, right? Because we all had OD green uniforms and stuff we could wear. And I dressed up as Carl the Gopher Hunter, complete with a toy shotgun with a flashlight strapped to it, man. I had a ball. It was great. I mean, dude, it's one of my favorite ever, dude. I could watch Caddyshack on a loop. It is fucking great. And little known fact, those of you that have seen it know this, Bill Murray's brother's in it too.
Yeah.
He plays the guy that runs the caddies. He's the dude that does that.
Well, here's the thing. His brother is in a lot of movies that he's in.
Brian Doyle Murray.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of flicks.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. But the guys that steal this movie though, it's the rivalry between friggin' Rodney Dangerfield and Ted Knight. Oh my God. Their war is the whole fucking movie, you know? My God, it's so great. When they're sitting at dinner, awesome. the jokes that friggin' Rodney Dangerfield's always been one of my favorite comedians, and he was tailor-made for this role. I think they just let him ad-lib half of what he fucking did. I loved it when he's at dinner and he goes, "Hey, this steak's got marks where the jockey was hitting it."
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
He had not done much acting before that.
No. And after this is when he made Back to School. He actually started making some movies after this. But yeah, this is number 4 for me. John, what you got?
Trading Places.
Trading Places. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, there's one really good reason to watch this movie. That's for sure.
2 good reasons.
I know Jamie Lee in that coat.
2 good reasons. Yeah.
Jamie Lee in that coat. She pulled that coat off. Bam!
Oh my God, man. Yeah.
That's not why it's on there. But
no, of course not. It's a classic.
It's my favorite Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's funny is Eddie Murphy's nowhere on my list, but this is a good one.
My favorite one.
I always like to stand up better in his movies, guys.
Yeah. My favorite one is Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Yeah.
But
Trading Places. Have you seen this one, Knock?
I have not.
Oh, dude.
Basically, the story is there's these old guys, and they make this bet that one of them says that it's basically a nature versus nurture story.
Nurture story is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, one of them says, well, you can't take someone off the street and bring them into our society. and the other one says you can. So they basically cause Dan Aykroyd's character to have a downfall and basically give everything that he had to Eddie Murphy's character, who was a homeless guy.
Yeah.
Sounds like that Danny DeVito movie, and what was his name? Oh God, to where they kind of one of them steals the other's identity. I forget his name. One of the guys from Bad Boys, not Will Smith, the other one.
Oh yeah,
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, Martin Lawrence, and I think it was Danny DeVito, something like that. Maybe not Danny DeVito, but it was a movie with them in it, and Martin Lawrence steals the other guy's identity, starts spending his money, and then the other guy goes broke, and then kind of like a switch place kind of deal. I don't know. That's kind of
well. This one, it's got Jamie Lee Curtis actually plays a hooker in it, and
Hooker with a Heart of Gold.
Hooker with a Heart of Gold, and dude, yeah, this is one of the greats, and you're gonna hear this guy's name a lot when we talk about comedies. John Landis directed this. I believe it's the first one on our list that he directed.
He's in a few on my list.
He's in the number one on my list. That John Landis is the director of number one.
I think I know where Joe's going then. Based on
sure. But anyway, yes, that is a great choice, John. Trading Places is one of the best comedies ever made. It truly is. Jed, what do you got for number 4?
Let me see. I'm looking at it right now. I'm
just keep the list up.
You don't know how to keep it up.
I won't. Oh, trust me, I know how to keep it up. Okay.
Hey, Knock, that's what he's got the prescription for the little blue.
While he's looking, Trading Places is great. Those guys that make the bet are in other Eddie Murphy movies.
Okay.
Yeah, they're coming to America.
Jed, hang on. So his worlds are connected. Yes, I've noticed that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You have to watch Trading Places.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so
go ahead.
It would be Blues Brothers.
Oh, there you go. See, I kind of call that one a musical, but
it's comedy musical.
Yep, Blues Brothers is excellent, man. That one is really good. A little known fact,
was in that too.
Little bit of trivia here. At the time it was made, it was the most expensive movie ever produced. I think it cost them like $170 million. Have you seen the movie, Knock?
I'm sorry, I spaced out for a second. Which one?
Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers, man.
I have seen the movie. I've seen. We actually. I just did. I came back from my trip, Universal Studios, where they do the little Blues Brothers things there too.
Right.
Very familiar with Blues Brothers.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, and that has Princess Leia in it too.
Yes, it does. Yep. One of the reasons, two of the reasons why it was the most expensive movie ever made at the time was the car chase. They wrecked like 70 police cars doing it, and the mall they drive through, they actually bought the mall and everything in it so they could destroy it. One
of my friend's dads was on the set the day they did that, and they sent me pictures and shit. Because it was one of my friends I went to school with and stuff and shit, and so I was like, "Oh, my dad's been in Blues Brothers." I'm like, "Get the fuck out!" No, it isn't. And he goes, "No." His dad comes up behind him. He goes, "Picture, picture, 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 picture." The Polaroids and shit.
Man, I tell you what, what was amazing to me is what these guys did with these characters. They opened up blues houses all over the country.
Yeah,
and their album. I think it was House of Blues. Wasn't that the title of the album? I think. Was it Pocket Full of Blues? I can't remember exactly what it was called. I think it was House of Blues. But that was, I know that was the name of their joints that they set up. They had a house. I've been to the House of Blues in New Orleans. And I'm sure they had one in Chicago. Yeah, man, it's amazing what they did with these characters. Go ahead, Ironcaster. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying I have that album.
Yeah, I do too. My favorite song on it's Rubber Biscuit. I love that fucking song, man. You know what I mean?
Somebody to Love is like one in Manny Namucher to my two favorites.
Yep, absolutely.
I guess I'm listening to it tomorrow at work now.
Yep, there you go. All right, I'm ready for you, man. You ready for me to put this up? Number 4 on your list. Are you ready?
Number 4.
Here we go.
A Shot in the Dark.
I knew it was just a matter of time before somebody got a Blake Edwards Pink Panther movie.
Oh, that was John's number 3. God,
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Maybe John should go first. No.
With Peter Sellers. Absolutely.
One of the greatest comedies ever.
Yes. Oh, dude. Spawned how many movies? I mean, shoot, dude. Well, I think the original Pink Panther was before this, but this one right here is what really opened up the floodgates. This is when they did the Pink Panther Returns, Pink Panther Strikes Again. It would all stem from this one. And good stuff.
Inspector Clouseau at your service.
That's it, Inspector Clouseau. I mean, Peter Sellers. Knock, have you seen this one?
I have not.
Okay. Well, you know what a comic genius this guy is from watching the Doctor Strangelove movie. I mean, he plays 3 different parts in that flick, but Clouseau is his signature role, dude. That's the one everybody remembers him from. Is this one? I like the Pink Panther Returns more than I like this film, but yeah, without this one, that one would have never been made. But
and I think also deserves to be shouted out is Herbert Lom as the as Clouseau's boss.
Right. What was the inspector's name? I can't remember. Dreyfus. That's it. Chief Inspector Dreyfus. Yes.
He's a big idiot.
Yep.
That iconic and classic Henry Mancini soundtrack. And theme.
Yep. Awesome, man. We all know it, man. We all love it. Good pick, Ironcaster. I like that one a lot.
Excellent.
Look,
Matt, what you got at number 4?
Chat there. That's a shock he came in here.
Briefcase Full of Blues. That's the name of the album. I knew it wasn't House of Blues. House of Blues was the places they came up with.
Yeah, that's what they opened.
Yep.
Rob popped up in the chat, man.
Where's he at?
Wake Down.
Oh, Woke Down. Yeah.
Yeah, Rob popped up in the chat.
Not much, man. Good to see you. Good to see you over here. What do you got, Matt? Number 4.
Vacation.
The original Vacation.
Yeah.
With the scrawny version of Anthony Michael Hall in it.
Yeah.
He's not Farmer Ted. I can't remember the kid's name, but he's one of the Griswolds. He's the son.
Rusty.
That's it. Rusty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One of the Rusties. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He went on to play a blue chip high school quarterback in a movie called Johnny B. Good, I think.
Johnny B. Good. Yep.
And that's an underrated movie.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, look at this. I type in Vacation. What comes up first?
No,
2015 version.
I was just looking at it myself.
What in the hell?
We did that. That doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't exist. Where is there? No, that's
the Vacation movie stopped at Vegas Vacation.
Is it the National Lampoon's Vacation?
Yeah. Okay, that must be what it is. Yes, National Lampoon's Vacation is the one we're speaking of. That is the 1983. My senior year in high school. Yes, absolutely, dude.
This is.
I love the fucking Fraziati freaking poster. It's just too awesome. Yeah. That's iconic right there. If you've never seen this poster before, a classic friggin'.
They leave the dog tied to the bumper. You can't do that now.
No, you kidding me? Like we said, a lot of these movies couldn't be made today, but that poster right there. That was done by an award-winning freaking fantasy artist. He did all the Conan covers and shit for all those books, man.
Yeah, Boris Leo.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, that's great stuff, dude.
Is this the one where we see a little bit of Beverly D'Angelo in? Was it this one? That?
Oh, it was the second one.
One of the other
I think it's the second one. Yeah.
Don't
think there's any nudity in this.
It surprised the hell out of me. I was like, "What?" It was late night TV, but I was like, "Holy shit!" They actually showed it on TV. Like, holy crap!
Let's see. Woke down says, "Just woke up after sleeping 14 hours. This job is killing my soul." Oh my
You
God.
chose to work with kids, Rob.
That's a great movie right there. So kids are
you chose
But yeah, that's a great one, man. Have you seen that one, Knock?
I've seen all the national national
so you've seen
Lampoons. That's the one where he kidnaps the security guard because the park's closed and they get there.
Yeah, and do you remember who the security guard was?
No.
John Candy, sir. It's John Candy.
I don't know much about.
A lot of people from Vacation were also in Blues Brothers, the first one.
Yep.
Yeah, because they're all out of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, and they're all friends and stuff, so they were all in each other's movies all the time.
Can anybody name the supermodel that almost got them killed?
Christy Brinkley.
Yep.
Christy Brinkley.
Oh, I remember her. She was
married. She was married to Billy Joel at the time. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why Billy Joel made some of his most awesome songs. Is because of her.
So out of those, did you have any new ones added to your list?
Caddyshack, just because I haven't seen the whole thing all the way through.
Okay.
I've seen bits and pieces of it, just like it's on the show. It used to be on TV all the time. But Trading Places and then A Shot in the Dark.
Okay.
Didn't you add Rude Science?
Yeah, he said, "What did I add? I added those. Weird Science was already on it."
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was number 5. Remember? Okay. All right. So we
got to speed it up here. We only got 25 minutes left.
We got to go. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Number 3 for me, boys and girls. Let me get it going here. It's a sports movie, and it's not baseball.
Okay. Good.
It's Slapshot.
Slapshot.
It is the greatest hockey movie ever made. I don't give a shit what anybody says. This is really a story about minor league sports as a whole, really.
Yep.
But they focus on hockey in this one, and it is freaking fantastic, man.
The second best sports team named Chiefs ever.
Right, named Chiefs. I love the friggin' poster, dude. For sale. That says everything right there.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the whole premise of this movie is awesome. It's got Paul Newman, who is a fantastic actor, and he's busting out his comedic chops in this one. My friend, if you've never seen this movie, just put it on your list already. I mean, it is just it is fantastic.
I feel like I did watch this, but I can't remember. I'm looking at this trailer and it's not.
Well, how about the Hansons? The Hanson brothers. The first time they see these guys, you see these guys, that's what they're doing. They're just wrecking everybody on the ice, dude. They just don't give a shit.
I feel like I remember that punch.
Right?
They're hot enforcers for the hockey teams.
Right.
So
they're the guys that go around picking fights to throw other teams off their game, and you just have to see it. This fucking movie's priceless. It really is.
Tim says the strike's over.
What? Tim, let's see.
Breaking news.
The strike is over?
Live on television.
Okay, while you guys talk about your next pick, I'll go ahead and take a look at it. Let's see.
Strike is over. It's trending.
Okay, let's see.
Wow. Yeah.
SAG after deadline. So yeah.
Deadline.
I was wrong.
I was right.
Midnight tonight.
I was right. According to ABC News, and I'll just go ahead and keep this one up here. Actors Union, SAG-AFTRA reaches tentative deal to end a month-long strike. Deal arrives over a month after Hollywood writers ended their strike. Yeah. Wow. There it is, boys and girls. There it is. The strike is over.
We never have to talk about this again.
The old guy was actually right for once. Wow, that's amazing. Okay,
it's over for 3 years.
It's over. And guess what? None of us really give a shit anyway. We're going to continue to talk about these movies we'd rather watch. Bullshit.
No, this segment's dead, everybody. We appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, the Knockless is over. Now we got to go watch new shit.
Everyone, it's over.
Fuck, now I got to go see the Marvels. What the fuck? Great.
It's going to be a year or more before we get new movies. So
this affects things down the road. Well, maybe they'll put out Dune now.
Yeah.
Come on. Put it out at Thanksgiving like they were planning on doing.
We might be able to salvage the fall season.
Right? That's probably why they did it. So they can, salvage that, right?
All right.
Okay.
My number 3.
You're number 3. No, you're number. Yeah, you're number 3. Yeah.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I'm sorry, John. Wookie, you're so late. This guy. SAG strike is over. Dude, we learned about that forever ago. Oh, man. Poor Wookie.
The only good thing about this is that maybe now they'll finish Dune Part 2. Oh, it's already finished.
It's already done.
They just backed it up because they were afraid they weren't going to have anything to put out. Fucking pisses me off that they did that. Oh, now we can stop waiting for more crappy content. Yes. Okay,
sorry,
so say it again, John. You said it. What was it?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Keanu Reeves as a very, very young man. Yeah.
Another George Carlin movie.
Yeah, another George Carlin movie. He's probably going to show up in a few of them.
Yeah, I still haven't seen their latest one, the one that came out a few years ago. But Bill and Ted's Adventures, both of the two way back.
The two earlier ones.
Yeah. Grew up on those, so seen that plenty of times.
Okay. All right, what you got, Jed?
The game with the chess was really fun, or the different games we played. It was so fun.
Oh, he said he'd be right back. Ironcaster, hit it, man. What you got for your next one? Oh, go ahead and throw her up there, baby.
Well, just go for one more quick one here.
Okay, let's see what he's
got.
Got
to go, of course. The legendary
UHF.
That's one of my honorable mentions.
Oh my god!
It's
I still need to watch the Weird Al Yankovic too.
Oh my god, Weird Al Yankovic, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I saw that movie once decades ago, and I barely remember it. But yeah, the dude is funny, no doubt about it, man. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's craziness. Have you seen that one, Knock?
No, I had one of his albums, but that's about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tell us why you like this so much, Ironcaster.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
I said, tell us why you like that so much.
I mean, this is just a dumb comedy.
Yeah,
like there is quite about the little guy kind of going up against a giant network. Mm-hmm. And coming up with the dumbest like TV show ideas. Like this seems like all these little things are like little one-off. They come up with the dumbest show ideas. The Wheel of Fish, for example. Conan the Librarian. These are lines that I just have in my head. I will never forget.
Yep, it's crazy. Friends don't
kill people. I do.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good flick. It really is. All right, let's see. Next up, Matt, what you got?
So I'll go, and this again's another sentimental one. Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy. Now that one. Hey,
much better than Black Sheep that came out right after that.
Right. The reason why he's mentioning that one, both of the movies had Chris Farley and David Spade in them. They were good. Their chemistry together was really good. They should have made more movies together. They really should have. But Tommy
Farley
Boy
kind of died, so that
Yeah, Farley kind of died, but yeah, he went the way of my guy from
John Belushi.
Yeah, John Belushi from Saturday Night Live. Those guys, man, they partied as hard as they made us laugh, and they just didn't last long. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But yes, this is the one. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Tommy Boy this isn't the one where he inherits the fucking brake business, is it? Yeah, it is.
It is. Yeah.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is the one I like more too. I do like this one better than the other one. Yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty good movie. Where he's doing that with the fan with his voice is great. Oh my god. That guy's crazy. But I tell you who's underrated in this movie is David Spade. I love that guy. I think he's awesome. I really do, man. Yeah, good choice. All right.
I got a David Spade movie on my honorable mentions.
Okay, cool.
Joe Dirt.
Cool. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Okay, did you add anything there, Knock?
UHF and Tommy Boy.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, you ready for number 4?
We need
1
minute,
3.
Jay.
My number 3? Okay, my number 3.
Hurry up! Don't
throw
think
a
about
dart
it.
at your 50 entry list.
Right.
I'm looking.
Oh my god! Why do you not have a list right in front of you?
I have it. I'm just picking because there's a bunch in there.
So Jed, while you're looking at that list,
I guess Back to the Future.
What'd you say?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future? Comedy, I guess.
I don't know.
It is a comedy.
It's a comedy second.
Yeah,
it's a sci-fi movie.
I know, but it's a sci-fi comedy. I like a lot of sci-fi comedies.
It's like Groundhog Day, you know.
Yeah,
like,
right. It could be considered a couple of genres.
I actually have Groundhog as one of my honorable mentions too.
Let's see,
Mr.
Biggles,
movie, by the way.
You really lit up the chat with UHF, buddy.
Yeah,
you really did.
UHF is awesome.
Fucking amazing. Operation Petticoat is listed. Conan the Librarian. Let's see. So we figured out who's making Disney's 2024 lineup. I am the opposite. I like
Newman.
Black Sheep more than Tommy Boy. Hey, you're entitled to your opinion. Both of them are funny. Fat guy in a little coat. That's it.
Fat guy in a little
Wasn't Chris Farley
coat.
and David Spade were a duo like how John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd were? Yeah. I don't think Farley and Spade ever reached the heights that the other two.
No, they wouldn't.
But they definitely their chemistry was great.
They got close.
Sort of. He says The Great Race. Yeah, that's a good one. Y'all know Jed can't read. Oh, stop. A lot of 9/11 predictive programming on Back to the Future. No doubt, huh? No doubt. Dramedy. There you go. And The Great Outdoors. That was a good one too. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so Back to the Future. I know you've seen, Knock. I know you've seen that movie. Okay, so we're into number 2. We're coming down to the wire here, folks. Coming down to the wire. Number 2 for me is, well, there ain't a Southerner around that doesn't dig Burt Reynolds, okay? That's just all there is to it. And this is him at the height of his powers, Smokey and the Bandit. Now, this is not my favorite Burt Reynolds movie, okay? My favorite Burt Reynolds movie is Hooper, but I don't consider that one a comedy.
I thought you were going to say Gator for a second.
No.
This was also Sally Field at the height of her powers.
Now, this is the movie that let everybody know that Sally Field was no longer the Flying Nun. She was PG rated finally. You know, she wasn't so G rated. And she went on to win her Academy Award a couple of years later in a movie called Norma Ray, where it was a true story.
You like me. Unions. You really
like me. Yeah, the friggin' because what you can understand her perspective. I love Sally Fields. I think she's fucking one of the top beauties of all time. Yeah, and I fell in love with her because of this fucking movie. Her ass in a pair of jeans is one of the most gorgeous things you'll ever see. That's just all there is to it. But you can understand her perspective when she was saying, you like me, you really like me, because all she was known as was Bert's girlfriend before that. You know, I mean, that's what she was known as. But Bert is awesome in it. What's that guy's name? Jerry Reed. Yep. Jerry Reed, the country singer. Eastbound and Down is still one of the best country songs ever written. Yep. It's on and he did it for the soundtrack. The Truck, you've seen The Truck in The Walking Dead, believe it or not. It has a cameo in that series.
Yeah.
I mean, and that Pontiac Firebird
is iconic. My uncle had to have one when he saw it. And how Jackie Gleason did not get nominated for an Academy Award for this movie, I don't fucking know why.
Junior?
I'm telling you, I can quote every line in that fucking movie that he said. It was just, it's a riot. That movie is great. Yeah. Have you ever seen it before, Knock? No? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you got to put that on your list.
What,
bro.
Smoking the Bandit?
Smoking the Bandit, dude. The first one. It's got sequels, but the first one.
First one is the only one you need to see. Yeah. S-tier.
Able to be streamed on Paramount Plus right now, by the way.
And they cut it up, too. So.
Did they cut it up? Oh, yes, don't watch the cut up. Yeah, oh, man, I watched this on television one time, and they because he says some bitch, you know, instead of son of a bitch, more times you can count in that movie. And he said scum bum on the television version.
I remember that.
Oh, just fucking horrible. It's just horrible. Yeah, you gotta watch an uncut version of that movie, dude. They couldn't make it today. Remember the black sheriff, right? He walks up, hey, boy, where's Sheriff Branford? He's like, I am Sheriff Branford.
Yeah, I know. And
he goes, whoa, well, you sounded a little taller on radio. I mean, it's fucking great, dude. You will die laughing watching that movie. It is fantastic.
All right.
John,
my number
go
2.
for it. Yep.
It's my other favorite Eddie Murphy movie.
Okay.
The Golden Child.
The Golden Child. That's, I don't know. Is it a comedy? I think that's a fantasy more like. I don't know that it's a comedy. That seems more into fantasy. I guess you could call it a comedy fantasy, I guess.
Yeah.
But look at this. Ariel's talking about the best little whorehouse in Texas. That is a great movie.
That movie is close near and dear to her heart.
It is fantastic. Hooper, man, great Burt movie. Agreed. Yeah, Woke Down. Well, look, I love stuntmen, and in both Smoking the Bandit and Hooper, there's a lot of stunts. Of course, back then they didn't have CGI; they had to do the stunts. But I love Hooper because I love stuntmen, and I love the stuff they do. Man, it's a great movie. Let's see, who else has got something here? I was always a fan of Dolly. Let's see, I did love the song from the third Smoking the Bandit movie. I don't even remember watching that.
I don't even.
Everything is being streamed for free on F Movies. Iron. Well,
we don't know anything about that.
I don't know what that place is.
Don't know shit what that is. Yeah. Best Eddie Murphy ever. Trading Places. That was already mentioned. And I love The Golden Child. Yeah. Golden Child's a good movie. I just don't know that it's a comedy. Mm-hmm. I think it's more of a fantasy myself.
It's a comedy fantasy movie. Yeah. Like a lot of the movies that were talked about can be in different categories together. They're all
okay, Jed, what's your number 2, man?
Well, Bill and Ted's could be a fantasy movie.
Yeah, you're right. It could be.
Yeah. Just took my fucking. Oh my god.
Well,
I was going to say
while you were away.
It's already been mentioned, bro.
I was going to say Bill and Ted's because I was in Bill and Ted's.
Well, there you go.
That's your
number
second.
2.
That's my number 2.
That was his number 3 while you were gone.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was literally in Bill and Ted's on a bunch of places in the movie when I was a teenager.
That's cool, man.
Well, that doesn't count then.
Yeah.
Okay, Ironcaster. What's your number 2?
What? I've got a little Stephen Chow movie for you guys.
Kung Fu Hustle. What's up?
Yeah.
That movie's off the chain, man. That's crazy. What year was that made? I don't remember.
2004, I think.
I'm gonna look it up. Hang on. Kung Fu
Hustle.
Hustle.
Off the top of my head.
2004.
Have you seen it, Knock?
I believe I've seen good parts of it. I'm looking it up now just to kind of get a refresher.
Absolutely worth the time to watch.
Yes, absolutely, man. Some of the comedy in that's off the chain, dude. It really is. Okay, hang on.
It's like you have a martial arts Looney Tune cartoon.
That's it.
Made in live action.
It's off the chain. Some of the stuff they do in that movie, man.
Like the bit where they're throwing the knives.
Right. Yeah. It's great stuff, man. Great stuff. Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, it came out in 2004. Rated R. It's it's crazy. I've seen it once, but man, yeah, I could see why you'd put that on your list, dude. It's absolutely crazy, the stuff they do in that movie. Low Specs in the house. What's up? Kung Fu Hustle is a great parody, very underrated. Yeah, it is. It's a parody of all those friggin' Saturday afternoon.
No, I think what was the biggest parody of it? Kung Pao.
Yeah, Kung Pao, Enter the Fist.
Right. My fist to your face technique.
Right?
No, a fistful of yen.
Fistful of yen is awesome, but that's part of another movie, though.
I know.
Yeah.
That was actually going to be my number 1.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Matt,
choice.
what you got at number 2?
Number 2, I got Office Space.
Office Space.
Yep.
Now, I've never seen that. Is that
really
what spawned The Office?
Oh my god!
No. No.
Okay.
The Office came from the British series The Office.
Wow, I can't believe you haven't seen that. That's so. Oh my goodness.
Never seen it.
They have one of the most iconic scenes of what's his face just saying, "I just don't even try anymore." You guys have effectively broken any incentive for me to work harder. Like
right.
They did that in an interview. You got.
I've
watch
seen
that
The Office.
I will. I'll check it out.
You got what's his name? He took my stapler. I'm gonna throw down the building.
He took my stapler. I think I've seen that scene.
And in the whole show,
it's a very famous
apart when
scene,
he left.
If I find you took my stapler, I'm gonna burn the place down.
I'm gonna burn the place down.
Well, I will put it on my list to
watch. Were you talking about Office Space or the movie or the show?
Office Space.
Office Space. Okay. I like the show, but we're not talking TV shows.
Okay.
We're talking movies here.
Nope, has nothing to do with each other. I mean, the same setting, I guess.
So, number one on my list, Animal House, the classic by John Landis.
I think that's on our other
this
actual
came out
list.
when I was in high school, and me and my guys on the drill team, we lived this fucking movie. We used to throw parties. This was us, man. We had a ball, dude. It's about a fraternity. Have you ever seen it, Knock? Have you ever seen Animal House?
Not on uncut movie. No.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
This is.
Did we give up when Adolf Hitler bombed Pearl Harbor? He's on a roll.
Yeah. The line is that did we give up when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? And he looks at him, Germans? Yeah. Forget it. He's rolling.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Dude, all I can tell you is this is a guy movie, period. This is for guys. You will crack the fuck up. It's all about
I'm pretty sure that's on our
in college
list.
having a ball and trying to see as many titties as they can. It's freaking awesome. Otter is my hero in this movie. That's Robert Mathis's character.
D-Day.
Yeah, D-Day is in it. Yeah, D-Day is awesome. The characters in this are nuts, dude. You need to put that on your list. It is awesome. What's your number?
Y'all mind if we dance with your dates?
Yeah.
I believe
we've got to be going.
Yeah. Hey, how come nobody said Blazing Saddles yet?
My number one.
Go
by the same guy that made Blazing Saddles is Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Oh,
yes.
Man, that's a good one. You can't be a Star Wars fan without watching Spaceballs.
No, you've got to see Spaceballs.
You got
two parodies you've got to see. You got to see Spaceballs, and you got to see Hardware Wars.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I haven't seen Hardware.
I just saw that's getting a Blu-ray release, by the way.
Real quick, my honorable mentions. I want to throw them out there.
Okay.
Besides the ones that's been mentioned is Young Frankenstein.
Okay. You're definitely a Brooks fan.
Every Bing Crosby, Bob Hope Road movie.
There you go.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much every Abbott and Costello movie.
There you go. Yep. Those are classics, no doubt. Okay. I like it, John. I like it.
Jed, you got one. You got one, Jed. Just one.
There you go.
I know.
What's number one?
What do you
Howard the Duck. Why are you kidding me?
Howard the Duck.
Oh, Lord.
I knew I was going to
do that.
The first Marvel movie.
The first Marvel movie,
yes,
right?
It was the very first Marvel movie.
Oh, me.
You just wanted to see the duck titties. That's all you wanted to see.
The duck titties. That's what you wanted.
Well, no, there's another reason why Joe laughed, because me and Joe have been thinking about...
We've been thinking about doing a
over there on Rumble.
Yeah. Well, it's my sick pleasure.
Yeah.
I know it's not a good movie.
Yeah,
it's nowhere near a good movie.
It's
but you know what?
Really
I love it. I think
movie.
it's great. You know.
Yeah.
So.
And
all right.
I have honorable. So I have honorable mentions on here.
Okay, go ahead.
Is Girlfriend from Hell.
Yeah.
Flash Gordon, because that is kind of a comedy too.
Not really.
No, that's a
and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off is a John Hughes classic. No doubt.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what Ironcaster's got at number one.
Kung Fury.
Kung Fury. He's all about the friggin' martial arts movies.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Kentucky Fried Movie at number one.
Oh, the whole movie is awesome.
So, by the way, this is 30 minutes long. It's available on YouTube.
Yeah,
nice.
And
I'll have to check that out. I've never seen
time to fight Hitler. He's got a Tyrannosaurus-headed cop for a partner.
Wow.
Now that whoever that guy is, that Thor on the bottom right is that a hammer?
Oh, that's supposed to be Odin.
Oh, Odin. Oh, I thought it was John for a second before.
Nothing
but
nothing on this poster is a lie. By the way, there is time travel. There is Valhalla chicks with machine guns. There's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Hitler appears in it. It's all kinds of amazing. I can't recommend this movie enough.
Kung Fury is pretty epic for a fan-made project. Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the rapid fire recommendations is going to be Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Yes.
And The Gamer's Darkness Rising.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Very cool.
But
I like it.
I've got someone called for me, so I gotta bounce.
Ironcaster, take care, and thanks for showing up, man. And look, I'll re-add you to the thread. You'll see it every like at 5:00. I send it out a half an hour before I start the show.
Sometimes he does it like 15 or 10 minutes before if he forgets.
Yep, if I'm running late. But take care of yourself, man, and thanks for coming. I appreciate you, bro.
I'll talk to you in a bit.
Anything you want to push before you get out of here? Shit, my man is crazy.
Matt.
All right, so Matt, what's your what's your number one?
I'll say Major League.
Major League, good one. Yeah, forcing Knock to watch a baseball movie.
Well,
I think I've seen Major League before.
Have you?
Hey,
with Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
You've seen this one?
Wild Thing. Yeah. You make.
I don't remember most of it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Hey, Knock, did you see Girlfriend from Hell?
No.
You've never seen that? It's a 90s comedy at the start of the 90s. Yeah,
okay, so let's. I've got my own list here. So
okay, let's hear.
So if you want to add that,
none of them on my list were mentioned.
Well, it's a different era, man.
Yeah,
we're into a lot of stuff that we watched as kids.
I think 80s and 90s is the key.
I'm a little surprised that this was on nobody's list, but Monty Python was on nobody's list.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Dude, I would have put that on there, but I could only dude.
Well, Chad, you didn't have to put it on there because I've already seen it, bro. I wouldn't have had to write it down, Jack, because I've already seen it. So that's why I'm mentioning it.
I don't understand British humor. So.
I don't. For the most part, I don't either. This one was kind of above that. So for me, anyways. Ace Ventura is one of my favorites.
Pet Detective, yeah, that's awesome. It's good stuff.
1 and 2, honestly, for me.
Dan Marino is a very underrated actor.
Yep.
Yeah, and again, one of those movies you can't do today because like
laces out.
Einhorn is a man. Everyone puking like you can't do that.
Tim, good night, man. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
And then another one that I just really enjoyed, 40-Year-Old Virgin.
40-Year-Old Virgin is great.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Especially at the end where AJ Aquarius.
My favorite joke for that movie is just him when they put him in that position to describe, they were discussing their sex lives. And he was describing, they felt like bags of sand. Talking about like that was beyond the most funny.
Dude, one of my favorite parts is when he's getting that wax and they're just fucking him up.
Yeah. Another one, Dodgeball.
You do Dodgeball.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Dodge a ball.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
See,
nobody. And then he flips them off and rides away on the scooter. Like, you want to eat that pizza, don't you, fat?
That's basically the ending to the Roadhouse every week when I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got to mention Tom Burgundy. It was just too good for me.
Tom Burgundy's good. Yeah.
Anchorman.
Anchorman.
Remember, my name is Ron.
Classy, San Diego.
So when Ron Burgundy came out when I was in high school, so like, that was my nickname.
I'm Ron Burgundy?
Yeah, exactly.
What a question mark on the teleprompter.
So and then some of my, just real quick, my Big Lebowski, honorable mention for me.
Lebowski's great,
and that crosses genres too.
Yeah, Waterboy was a nice one.
Yep.
I enjoyed Jackie Chan's comedies, which like Shanghai Noon and Rush Hour.
You should see his older stuff; it's good.
Yeah,
I've watched a lot of Jackie Chan. I've seen most of what he's got. Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead are kind of the same vibe.
Hot Fuzz is awesome.
Yep.
So I really enjoyed those movies. Liar Liar is one of my favorite movies. Mrs. Doubtfire.
You're definitely a Jim Carrey guy.
Yes Man is hilarious to me. And
but I like Bruce Almighty. I think that's his best movie.
Yeah, Bruce Almighty's good. And then of course, White Chicks was very funny when that came out. Yep. That came out when I was in high school too.
The way in
you can't do
Old School because Will Ferrell, and that was that was a good one. So.
Well, if I had an honorable mention...
Waiting was my Ryan Reynolds. That and what was the one we saw in college?
It's Van something.
Van Wilder. Yeah,
Van Wilder. Yeah.
So those are my honorable
mentions. That was a National Lampoon movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If I was gonna, I tell you, the one movie that I've been showing the clients a lot lately. That's one of my newest favorite comedies, and they don't make many good comedies anymore, man. They really don't, in my opinion. Anyway,
no, they all have Amy Schumer in them or some shit.
Yeah, it's just stupid shit. But I tell you, one of the best ones I've seen in a long time, and I've shown it to the clients just about every time they come through. I show it to them at least once, and that's Tag. If you haven't seen Tag, you will laugh your fucking ass off.
That's a good. I see clips of that still.
It is based loosely on a true story about a group of friends that played the same game of tag for 30 years, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay. That movie is great. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend that one.
It's got Andy from The Office in it. It's got
that's where Jeremy Renner got hurt.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner. Well, you'd have to see the movie. He's the guy that can't get tagged. They're all ganging up trying to get him. And he's never been touched in 30 years.
Yeah.
Right. But what's the guy from the show on the AMC? He was in the Top Gun Maverick. He was the leader of the school, the one that was riding Maverick's ass the whole movie. What's his name? The tall
guy. Ed Harris.
No, that's the guy that's riding his ass at the beginning. The guy that's riding his ass at the Top Gun school.
John Hamm.
That's it. John Hamm. Dude, that guy has got comedic chops, dude. He needs to freaking do more comedies.
Dude, that's the reason why I said
funny
he'd be
fucking
good
tag,
Reed
dude.
Richards, but you know, Marvel doesn't want to do the right thing. You know?
Right.
Yeah. John Hamm was actually good on Saturday Night Live, which is that's a hard format.
That's hard to do.
To be good on.
Yeah. Usually when celebrities like him get on that show, they look like they're reading cue cards and their timing's for shit, you know.
I was always a Mad TV guy.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I tell you, kind of a. I was trying to think of some off the beat comedies.
Mm-hmm.
Heathers. I think I've only seen it once. It's kind of like a dark comedy, late '80s.
Yeah.
It was
surprisingly good.
Yeah. Christian Slater, man.
Every girlfriend I had in high school had to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Hey, Knock! I have one for you. Have you ever seen Very Bad Things?
No, I haven't seen that one.
That's a Christian Slater movie.
No. Wait. No.
The Christian Slater movie is Pump Up the Volume. I'm sorry, Harry Handjob is my boy.
Well, Very Bad Things is kind of like Heathers. There's some bad things that happen that you wouldn't think would happen in those movies.
And it just snowballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pump Up the Volume is the Christian Slater movie.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It is the Christian Slater movie. I'm sorry, it just is. Harry Handjob is the man. That's just the way it is. Okay, boys and girls, let's see. Eclay says, where have you been, Joe? John Hamm has done a ton of comedy. Really? I did not know that. Let's see. Wake Down says Arnold Schwarzenegger is surprisingly solid comedic timing.
I mean, I grew up on
solid comedies in the 90s. Yeah, he did.
I grew up on Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, it's not a tumor. Oh my god.
Demolition Man is a comedy.
Yeah. I like Twins. Twins is fucking good. Great with him and Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls.
They were supposed to make a triplets that had Eddie Murphy in there with them, but it never happened.
Yeah, that's true. That would have been funny,
right? But it would work if you know the premise of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Demolition Man is one of my favorite movies of all
time. I love it.
That's Stallone, not Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I was curious why you mentioned it.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah, Demolition Man.
Did you go all the way?
All this shit blends in sometimes.
We're police officers. We're not trying to handle this kind of violence. Oh, such a good one. What seems to be your? Oh God. What is?
I don't know. What is it? Anybody want to push anything before we get out of here?
Was it Boggin? Can't remember.
They're ready to know where they can find me.
Yeah. Well, they're fixing to find out where they can find you on a few of these things. Jed? You doing a show this weekend?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well,
I will say this. John has been an online bully this week.
Yes, he has.
Literally.
Yes, he has.
You know,
literally.
Yeah,
An
literally.
online
Yeah.
bully. Yes. Yes. I got to go watch.
What seems to be your boggle? That's what it was. What seems to be your boggle? That's such a good line.
Boggle.
My what?
Okay, guys, let me clue you into what's going on the channel. We got later on tonight. You've got Papa Joe Gamer doing some jiggle physics with Little Rumble Roses XX. We're gonna do some female wrestling and have a few cocktails and laugh about it. And I'm sure that we'll have some friends commenting in there like we did last night. Anyway, you can tune back into this channel at 10 p.m. Central Time to watch that.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
It got really nasty last night.
Yes, it did. Last night, or excuse me, tomorrow night, it's me and my brother hacking the Matrix, letting you know what's the week-long headlines in the clown show that is 2023. The Brothers Hack the Matrix every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central. And then Friday morning, you can see me as John has some morning coffee and plays Baldur's Gate 3. How close are you to finishing that one, by the way, man?
I'm about to leave this final. I'm about to do the final fight of Act 2.
Act 2. So, and it's 3 acts. I take it?
3 acts. Yep.
Okay. Well, you can watch us troll John while he's playing, kind of like he's going to troll me tonight.
Need to update that picture, John.
I have to update the
It's out of date now.
This is an old one. Yeah, this is an old one. Anyway, you can watch that Friday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Central Time, you can see me work on my passion project, the story of America's pirate patriot, sketching the privateer.
You know,
see me on there a lot too.
Yeah, John's on there a lot too.
Hey, and you know, Rob, it's not our fault you moved to the other side of the world. So you know,
there you go. And then Sunday morning, you can see this entire crew minus Jed. For NFL pregame,
it's too early for me.
It is too early for him. He's way out the West Coast. So we do it every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time, 2 hours before your afternoon slate of games. And this week we will be giving you live updates on the fiasco that will be the Patriots versus the Colts. Live from Germany. And then on Monday's my busiest day streaming. I'll be on Military Monday with Gary. We don't know what he's doing yet, do we?
Still haven't heard. Yeah.
Don't know. Yeah. Okay. But he does it at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then we're doing the Canon Film Club again. That's why I use this one, because he hasn't come out with a new one yet. But we're doing Delta Force at 4 p.m. Central Time on that 70s Rock Fans channel. A little Canon Films coming your way. And that'll be fun to do. And then on Tuesday, Tuesday evening, we're not going to have any more Mondays until I can get Couture again.
You know,
because of the fail I had in Couture. So our next video game stream will be, what are you going to do?
I mean, it was, but it wasn't.
It was my fault because I'm Irish.
It wasn't. It was, but it wasn't.
It was a fail.
It was. A fail. You were clicking the button too fast, and you just absolutely had to hit the bug at the exact same point too. So
it was an Irish luck fail. That's just all there is to it.
And
the Reader's Digest version is that. So. Next Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time, we're going to get into some Stuntman Ignition on the PS3 for some video games, cocktails, and fails. Much like we're going to do at 10 o'clock with this one, with the female wrestling. But I do them Tuesday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Central Time. So, for myself, the Noxter, Das Wolfen, Jed, and Matt, Small Time Republic. Let's check out the chat one more time before we get out of here. 11 a.m. tomorrow morning.
He's on the other side of the world. So.
Yeah, he is. Saints fan, you from Louisiana. I am not a Saints fan. I root for them locally, but my favorite team is the Seattle Seahawks. I was born in Earl K. Long Charity Hospital in the heart of Baton Rouge. Yeah, man. Yeah. The Longs have a long tradition, no doubt, in Louisiana. Let's see. Back when it still existed, laugh out loud. I was born in Leesville, man. My dad was a drill sergeant sending kids to Vietnam at Fort Polk, Louisiana. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't want to offend anybody. It's Fort Johnson now. It's not Fort
fuck
Polk
that
anymore.
bullshit.
It's a big old Johnson now.
So right. I'm a Saints fan. Being from Mobile, Alabama, it's the closest team to me. Yeah, that's right.
Jed was actually born in the backseat of a Greyhound bus rolling down Highway 41.
You were stationed at Fort. Yeah, that was good, Matt. You got me with that one. Good one. Woke Down says Leesville. I was stationed at Fort Polk. It's Fort Johnson now, man. Quit offending people. Woke Down. Come on now. That was my last post before I left the Army. Yeah, I was in the Army too, bud. We'll have to talk sometime, man, away from here. Right now, I've got a steak waiting on me. So for me and all my guys, I want to, first of all, thank my guys for coming in tonight. I appreciate you. You know I love you to death. And until we see you guys again.
And we got to thank Iron, too.
Yeah, and Ironcaster. Thank you for showing up too, man. He's not a regular, but I love it when he shows up. Anyway, you guys, until we see you again, keep on keeping on. God bless.
How do you like that Knox shows up at the last second on his camera?
I love it, man. I love it when he does this shit. It's great.
I try, I try to time it. You almost threw me off at the end. Of
Dude, I was trying to get through it.
Titty.